Welcome to Cat and Jess Talk the Best, where we're going to talk about IMDb's top 250 movies from April 12th, 2018. My name's Kat.
And I'm Jess.
And today we're talking about number 242, Infernal Affairs, or Mao Gong Dao in Chinese, I guess.
I think that's close enough, yeah.
Which is a drama mystery crime from 2002. This is the first part of the Infernal Affairs trilogy. And this movie has an 8.1 on 107,939 votes. That's quite a few votes.
Yeah.
So, the spoiler-free synopsis. As Infernal Affairs opens, Ming is being initiated into the criminal underworld by triad boss Sam, who ends his speech to his young charges by wishing them success in the police department. Ming enters the police academy where he excels, but sees his classmate Yan expelled for breaking the rules. It turns out that Yan wasn't actually drummed out of the force, but recruited by Superintendent Wong as an undercover operative. Just as Ming is achieving success in the police department while secretly working for Sam, Ming is gaining Sam's trust as a triad member while reporting to Wong. 10 years later, both men, still undercover, have grown confused about their true identities, while their bosses, Sam and Wong, wage a battle of wits against each other. Each boss learns that the other has a mole working for him and unwittingly entrusts the mole himself to ferret out the culprit. Ming and Yan scramble to expose one another's identity in an effort to save their own skins.
That actually, is pretty much the whole movie.
Yeah. It doesn't reveal anything, though.
No, that's a pretty good synopsis of it. Alright, so I apologize for messing up names, because they're Chinese. I apologize. So the director is Wei Kung Lao. He did all three of the Infernal Affairs trilogy, and another one of his films he did was Confession of Pain. The actors, you have your three main ones. You have Andy Lau, Tony Chu Wei Lung, and Anthony Chow Seng Wong.
Alright, so Rotten Tomatoes, their average rating was a 7.5. It was a 94% on 63 critical reviews. 59 fresh and 4 rotten. Smart and engrossing, this is one of Hong Kong's better cop thrillers. That was their consensus.
I can see
that. Yeah. I couldn't find the budget, but in China, it made $169,659. It's international. 8,539,273. So worldwide it made 8,708,273.
Cool.
Yep. The opening weekend it made $25,680 in China.
Okay.
I don't know. And its all-time domestic rank, I'm guessing for here.
I'm guessing so too.
Because it's a pretty high number. 10,065 is where the highest its all-time rank. Couldn't find the highest it's been.
Yeah, I can see that.
Got 23 awards, and I got real lazy and just copied them instead of typing them out. Best sound winner at the Asia Pacific Film Festival. We got a lot of best foreign films. At Golden Bohemia, it won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Screenplay. Golden Horse Film Festival, Best Feature Film, Best Director, Best Leading Actor, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Sound Effects, and it won a Viewer's Choice Award. Hong Kong, pretty much the same stuff. Best Picture, Best Director, Actor, Supporting Actor, Screenplay, Film Editing, Best Original Song for the song Infernal Affairs. Another Best Actor for Hong Kong Film Critics Awards. And at the Udine Far East Film Festival, it won an audience award. I'm guessing for the actors.
I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's all it said was that. I literally just copied it because I was real lazy when I was doing it.
It's alright.
I was tired.
I think we're all tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yes. I'm ready to go to bed. It's only 9 o'clock and I'm ready to go to bed.
Same. Oh, alright, so what do you think?
It was interesting. I don't think I'll watch it again. I was getting bored.
Is it because it was all in Chinese, or?
No, that didn't really... The only time that bothered me was when I was trying to take notes. I was like trying to take notes and I'd write down something and I'd miss something.
Yeah.
It was just kind of boring. I watch a lot of cop shows, so I've seen that a lot. So...
You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. It didn't really drag at all, which was nice, because there's some movies that just drag on, and you're like, is this ever going to end?
Yeah. This reminded me of Gangs of Wasseypur, though. Which does drag on.
That one dragged on for 5 hours. But...
This one's only an hour and a half.
Yeah. I can see how it reminds you of Gangs a little bit. Which part?
I don't know, just
Part
the whole...
2? Part 1?
Oh, I guess part 2.
Okay. That one's way more fast-paced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Chinese didn't bother me that much.
No. I have a really hard time with Japanese, but Chinese, it didn't really bother me. Except for when I was trying to take my notes.
Yeah, I think that was the only issue with me, too. Trying to take notes and trying to read.
Yeah.
And follow along what's going on at the same time, because, yeah, that can be a little confusing.
Yeah. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just wanted to check.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Alright, that was your warning. If you haven't watched the film yet, then stop listening until you've watched it and come back here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
honestly, the spoiler-free synopsis was a good layout.
Yeah. It just tells you pretty much exactly what happens.
It pretty much...
Without ruining anything.
Yeah,
You start out just seeing them all as kids. And he's like talking to him, saying how he's been running the business for 5 years. How Sam's been running the business for 5 years, and...
I did notice it was, like, right near, like, there were the Buddhists.
Yeah.
There was the Buddha in the background.
Yeah.
I did notice that. And the very first thing before you see anything is there's, like, this card that talks about from, like, Nirvana or something.
Oh, is that what that was saying?
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at something else. I don't remember what that said.
It was the Nirvana, like, one of the verses. It was, like, verse 19 or something.
Oh, I was turning the screen off because Batman was staring at me. So I was turning that off and I wasn't looking at the movie. That's what it was.
Yes, it was.
Doesn't it repeat it at the end, though?
It does repeat it at the end.
Oh,
It's
okay,
talking about the...
I know what you're talking about.
Was
then.
it the unconscious hell or something?
I thought it said continuous hell.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. It was something with the C. I forget. It's late.
Not really. It's late for old people like us, but... Oh, and he's like, good luck at the police academy. And then the next thing you see is all these people training in the police academy.
And then one of them, they're like, oh, he got expelled. You want to take his place? But he really did get expelled.
Yeah. His number was 4927. That's what they kept calling him. 4927, you're going deep undercover.
I didn't even notice the number.
It said it like 5 times.
I know, but do you think I would remember that?
I wrote it down.
Well, that's because you wrote it down. I didn't. We write down different things, which helps, I guess.
I thought it would come up again, so that's why I wrote it down.
Yeah, that's true. Then there's like, do you want to go forward or?
Go for it.
So, 10 years go by. They're much older now, and the one that went undercover, they call him what?
Yan.
Yon?
Yeah.
Yon, and he's meeting is it Wong, right? The superintendent?
Ming. Oh yeah, he is meeting Wong. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, they're meeting, like, talking about, he's like, I'm getting tired of being undercover. I've been doing this for 10 years. And
You say 3 years, and then it's 3 more years.
yeah,
I was like, I'd have been done the first 3 years.
true. You're right. He did say that.
And then it shows, Yan, or Yon, I don't know.
One of them. I don't know.
It shows him as a stereo salesman.
Yeah.
And Ming comes in trying to buy a stereo. The one thing I noticed was, like, his cast was, like, hard plaster. Like, you can... Not like how they look now.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because in 2002 they were how they look now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, no, I know they were. My brother had a cast. But it's just, like, it's not hard like that, but that was, like, almost plastic.
Yeah,
It was
I
weird.
did notice that. It was kind of weird looking. Oh yeah, so he was the sales in the stereo.
Yep.
Um,
Then go back to the police station.
yep, and what was it? Going by Ming.
Yeah.
I had a different name on there, but that's okay.
Oh, Detective Lau.
Yeah.
Or
that's what
Inspector Lau.
Yeah, I have. Was it Lau or Lin or I don't know. We're just gonna look really quick.
Inspector
Lau.
Lau.
Okay.
Ming. So his first name's Ming.
All right, that works.
Yep.
So there he's at because he's a cop and everything, and he has this guy from the Triad.
Yeah.
He's there, and he goes in. He tries to get information from him. He's like, "Oh, he's not gonna talk until he has an attorney." So
Yeah.
he goes and fakes like he's an attorney.
Yeah.
Puts like glasses on and everything.
I was
a
like,
briefcase.
oh, that's illegal. That's illegal.
Yeah.
That's so illegal.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? 'Cause
I knew what he was-
spaced out for a second.
I knew what he was doing because, I mean, I've seen so many cop shows.
Yeah.
And not even, like, the fake ones. Not even, like, SVU and stuff like that. I do watch that. But, like, real cop shows, too. Like, I watched so many of them. So it's not really movies that I enjoy.
Yeah, I get you.
But I was just like, that's illegal. That's illegal. Don't do that. That's illegal.
I had spaced out at that point, and I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, okay.
But that was before we found out that he was the mole
Yes.
for the Triad anyways.
Yeah, that's true. You didn't know. You don't find that out until later.
Yeah, a little bit later.
He gets information about like this drug trade with the ties,
Yeah.
and
Gets the phone number, and they trace the phone number, and the lady's like, it's this address on the 2nd floor. I'm like, I don't think phone tracing works like that.
no.
Unless they just looked it up in the phone book, and that's where they got it from. But I
Maybe.
don't think phone tracing is that specific. It'll tell you, like, what building,
Yeah.
but it won't tell you what floor they're on.
Yeah, that's true. Again, this is a highly fictional movie.
I know.
I know. They take liberties with things.
Yeah. So they set up going after the Triad in like a heist stakeout thing.
Yeah, and how
One?
Jan, right?
The
How Jan is communicating with the superintendent. He's
Oh, yeah.
using Morse code.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I was like watching his fingers as he was tapping it, and I was like, I think he's doing that. And then the guy was like repeating, like saying what those people were doing in there. And I was like, yeah, I think he is. And I was just like saying it to myself, and then I realized that, yep, he's using Morse code.
Yeah, Morse code. I figured that out. I was like, it's a series of taps.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's Morse code.
Yeah.
Clever way to communicate.
Yeah, it is.
You just have to learn Morse code.
Yeah. And then the cop that's the mole for the triad, alerts the triad that the cops are there.
Yeah.
And it's like they're both alerting the opposite side, and you're just like, why? You need to just not. You need to have one or the other. It's so difficult when you have both of them.
Yeah, I know, like, they're supposed to be getting, like, the cocaine.
Yeah.
And that guy just, like, yells it really loudly, too.
It's like, here's the cocaine!
It's like, can you yell it any louder?
Yeah, pretty much what he was saying.
That made me laugh. That did.
Yeah.
And they made him throw it away when the cop showed up.
Yeah.
Which sucked for them, but...
And then, the cop and the triad people, they all meet and tell each other that they have moles.
Yeah.
I think that's how they all knew about everything.
I'm like, okay, that's, like, right out there. You're just blunt about everything. It's like, yeah, we got a mole.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we have one too. Oh, cool. You know? It's like, really?
And they're all just, like, looking at each other and all that. I'm like, I don't think I could ever do that because I would look straight. I'd be like,
You're like,
not
it's
me.
not me.
I'm not doing it. It's not me.
It's like, it's like, she's not a very good liar, I'm guessing.
No, I can lie pretty well. I just, if that was the situation and
Yeah.
there's like a whole room of people looking for this one specific person.
You're like,
Yeah. I don't think I could ever be on the run.
No, I don't think I could either. My face, I can't hide my emotions or any at all. So
Oh, I can.
I can't. I'm terrible at it. It's like if I'm pissed off, you'll know if I'm pissed off.
Yeah. I just always look pissed off, so. Oh, and then the bosses, the Sam, the triad boss, is trying to figure out who the mole is, so he has everybody fill out this form.
Yeah.
With, like, their name and birthday and all this, so he can give it to his cop, so that he can look them all up.
I'm like, really?
Really, that's not gonna really do much of anything.
No, like, I'm lie on that all the time. I mean, he did.
Yeah. They can lie on it, or if normally what they do for undercover cops is they give them a fake rap sheet.
Yep.
Like, it's not gonna work.
No, that doesn't work. Especially with undercover cops.
So the two moles are the ones that are put in charge of locating the moles. And I'm just like, are you kidding me?
Moles are in charge of finding out who the moles are.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
It really doesn't even make any sense.
I will admit that's not very creative.
Yeah. Like, you should have put someone else in charge of that. But, whatever.
Yeah.
And they do all their searching and stuff, and the undercover cop meets with the superintendent Wong
Mm-hmm.
up on the roof.
Yeah.
And then they're both leaving, and the gang members come up the elevator, and Wong's like on his phone pretending to talk to somebody. But then one of them recognizes him, and they beat the crap out of him, and then the next thing you see is, boom! Dead body on a car.
Like thrown out of a window.
Yeah. And it's Superintendent Wong.
You're
He's
like,
dead.
it's like, oh. And the, Jan had just come out of the building, too. He's like,
Yeah, and he's
oh.
like having all these flashbacks and everything.
Yeah.
Playing some sappy music.
Yeah. That's true. There's pretty sappy music. I'm like, oh, come on. I literally said to Kat, I'm like, oh, look, sad montage.
Yeah, you did.
We did. Sad montage.
And then there was a shootout on the street between the triad and the police.
Yeah.
They go back to the police station, and everybody... Oh, they're all sitting there because they're upset that
No, Wong's dead.
Wong is dead.
And they're wondering why. And
Ming's like, it's my fault.
it's my fault. I sent someone I was having him with a tractor, like, followed.
Yeah, followed.
Because he's trying to figure out who... Because he was trying to figure out for Sam who the mole was. And
Yeah.
so it's just like... It's like, that's very nice of you.
And he gets Wong's phone and calls the undercover cop, and the undercover cop doesn't answer the first time. But then the second time, he answers. And Wong taps something in Morse code. Mm-hmm.
Who does?
Or not Wong. Ming does.
Oh,
on
there we
Wong's
go. You
phone.
confused me. I'm like, what? A dead man tapped on the phone. That'd be kind of creepy.
It's not a horror movie.
It'd be kind of cool, though. I mean, dead person just tapping on the phone. Morse code from beyond the grave.
Yeah.
That would be weird, but
Yeah.
okay. I mean, the Chinese do horror films well. So
Yeah.
I'll give them that. Anyways, we're getting sidetracked.
Just a little bit. Then there's another shipment coming in.
Yeah.
And so they set up another thing, but they don't follow them as closely this time, to where it's not obvious that they're there. And then they trap them in a parking garage.
Yeah.
Which I want to know why there was all that water in the parking garage, because it did not look as open as all that water would indicate.
I was curious about that too. I'm like, did it rain? Is it that open? I don't know.
It didn't seem that open, and there was a ton of water in that parking garage.
It really didn't make much sense.
Yeah.
Was there like washing the parking garage or something?
It could have been.
That's the only explanation I can think of.
I don't know, that was a lot of water. And there was like no cars in there either.
Yeah. Well, I think it was late at night too.
I feel like there's always cars in parking garages, even late at night.
Alright, you got me there.
And so there's kind of a shootout. Well, not really a shootout. The cops are...
Cops got him to surround everybody.
Yeah, surrounded them. They don't really shoot. They just kind of arrest them all.
Yeah, except Sam, who just, like, runs off.
Runs down the stairs. I think
Yeah.
that's where he went. Because he ends up on the next floor.
Yeah.
And he's calling, and he hears the phone ring. He's calling, Inspector Lau.
Yes.
And he hears the phone ring, and Inspector Lau comes around the corner and just kind of looks at him.
And then he just
Boom.
shoots him, like, right in the head. I was like, oh, okay. Because it zooms away.
Yeah, it does.
Zooms away.
Zooms away, and then you see him shoot, but you can't see any of the, like, spatter or anything.
Yeah.
And then it zooms in super close to Inspector Lau, and you just hear the body fall.
Yeah.
They didn't want to do the special effects for that.
I guess so. I mean, that's a cheap way to do it,
It
camera.
is. It is.
Camera angles and all that.
And that's when Inspector Lau goes back and everybody starts clapping for him because he killed Sam.
Yeah, and Jan's there now.
Yeah, waiting for him.
Waiting. Because he's still trying to figure out who.
Well, I think he was trying to, at that point, he was trying to just be like, can I please just not be undercover anymore?
That's true. And then he did start looking.
Yeah.
Because he gave him Wong's password so he can unlock his file
Yeah.
to get him back his identity.
Yeah. And so Jan starts digging through papers and sees that
An envelope.
an envelope that he had wrote bodyguard on because he was trying to help the one guy spell bodyguard at one point.
Didn't even spell it right either. But
No, not the first time. And then he was spelling it out and then scribbled it and then respelled it out.
Yeah. Finds that out and then he Jan leaves.
Yeah. And
Ming deletes his file
Oh,
after
yeah.
he finds that out.
yeah,
After
he sees that
Them.
Jan found out who he was,
Yep.
he deletes the file so that Jan can't come back to the police force. And then Jan sends, I guess, or goes and gives us a sample CD
Yeah.
to Ming's wife. And she's sitting on the stairs in their home. She had been crying, it looked like.
Yeah, she was pretty upset.
And she's like, the stereo people came and fixed it already, and they left a sample CD. And he's like listening and everything, and then it all of a sudden switches to him talking to Sam. And he gets all mad.
Yeah.
And then Ming and Jan.
Yeah, they meet up on a roof.
Yeah. They meet up on the roof.
You know, Jan takes Ming's gun and his handcuffs and handcuffs him.
Yeah.
They're talking and
He's basically like, I want my life back. Give me my life back. And then another cop shows up, which my guess is that he was one of those ones that was in the triad.
yeah.
Is what it seemed like.
Yeah, because like random cop is showing up.
Yeah.
I mean,
And so they kind of make their way down, going to the elevator. And I just want to know where that shot came from.
I was very confused about that because it looks like it came from behind.
Well, it exited. Because
I didn't see an entry wound. That was
the
kinda
entry
weird.
wound was right on his forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Because it, like, blew out the back of his head.
Oh, okay.
It would not look like that if it had entered that way. It would have looked like the... Because there was, like, the little tiny
like a
red dot.
yeah.
But I want to know where it came from because it did not look like that other cop shot.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Just kind of came out of nowhere. And
Agreed.
then they get into the elevator with Jan's body.
Yeah. Go all the way down to the first floor.
Yep. And it skipped some numbers.
Yeah, it skips number 4
And
specifically.
2 and 1, too.
Yeah.
It went from 3 to G.
Yeah. But there's this thing about 4, but I'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay. And then the only one left is Ming, and he comes out holding up his badge, showing that he's a cop, so those other cops down there don't shoot him. And then you jump to the funeral, and it says that that Jan's cadet file was found, and so he was buried as a cop.
Yeah. Cop honors, I guess.
Yeah.
Right next to
It looked like
Superintendent Wong.
Yeah, it looked like a police graveyard, I guess, where they bury the police.
I guess.
Could
It's really
be.
nice. It was really pretty.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a really nice headstones. Had his picture and everything.
Yeah.
That was cool.
In a lot of movies that I've seen, like Chinese area, even if they're in English,
Yeah.
if there's gravestones, there's pictures on them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that. There we go.
And that's the end of the movie.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, there isn't really much to talk about with this film.
No, not really.
I did love the music, though.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
music
God,
was really
I
good.
loved the music. It worked really well with, like, the scenes, and, like, if it was, like, an intense scene, the music got really intense. It was, like, a sappy scene, you know, it's, like, all happy music.
Yeah. It was really good music. There's only really 2 song things that I could find. The song Infernal Affairs, which was composed and arranged by Ronald. I don't know how to say that. NG?
I have
don't know.
no idea.
It's literally NG, so I don't know. And then the Forgotten Time, composed by Chin Hong Ming. Those are the only 2
Yeah.
actual songs with titles in there. And then we did not watch the second or third one.
Nope.
We were a bit too busy. But there are 3 of them. And they all came out right around the same time because this one came out in 2002, the second one came out in 2002, and the third one came out in 2003.
I think it says the Infernal Affairs 2 is like the prequel to Infernal Affairs. That's what it's saying. They're pulling like a Godfather thing there, in a way.
Yep. Infernal Affairs 2, in this prequel to
Infernal Affairs.
Infernal Affairs, Jan has just become an undercover cop in the Triads. And While Ming joins the police force, both the Triad and the police force find an enemy in their rival crime boss.
It's a prequel.
That makes sense as to why he's alive in that one.
Yeah.
Because I was confused. I saw the picture. I was like, why is he alive? Because he's dead.
Prequel.
That makes sense.
It's like the Godfather trilogy.
Yeah.
Because Godfather Part 2 is, in a sense, the prequel.
Yeah. Any trivia?
There wasn't much trivia. I will say this, though. If you've seen the Martin Scorsese movie, The Departed, The Departed is actually a remake of this movie. He didn't realize that till he was making it, but come on, Scorsese. Really?
Whoops.
Whoops! That was a big whoops on his part. So this was selected as the Hong Kong entry for Best Foreign Language Film at the 76th Academy Awards, but it wasn't nominated. Which is weird.
Interesting.
I thought it would have been. But... And so we're talking about how the number 4 was skipped over and they don't want to say the number 4, anything dealt with 4. So it's considered bad luck to say the number 4 or have the number 4 around.
Then why was his number 4927?
Think about it.
I don't get it.
Bad luck.
But he was undercover. I mean, he eventually died, but...
There we go. That could have been a foreshadowing.
Everybody eventually dies.
I'm just saying, it could have been a foreshadowing thing. But it's considered bad luck in the Chinese culture because it sounds similar to the word death. So.
Interesting.
See? Death. 4. He died in this. I'm stretching a little bit, but come on. Give me something here. Oh, yeah, so that's pretty much what I got for trivia. There wasn't really much.
That's interesting. I didn't know that was bad luck.
Different cultures have different,
That's 13 is...
13 with, hotels.
Yeah. Where it has been on the list before, it was in 2010, number 232. In 2012, number 212. In 2014, number 204. In 2016, took a big drop and went down to 241. And right now, it is on, or as of our list, it's number 242. And previously, number 242, in 2010, A Christmas Story from 1983. In 2012, Shadow of a Doubt from 1943. In 2014, Beauty and the Beast from 1991. 2016, Strangers on a Train from 1951. And I didn't look it up because I'm a dummy. 242 right now is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nice.
I like that movie.
Yeah, I did too.
And favorite line?
I have 2.
I only have 1.
What's yours?
You've never been a mole, you wouldn't understand.
Huh.
Jan says that to Inspector Lau, and it's just like, that's before he knows he's the mole.
Yep, that's a good one. So I got 2. Both are by Sam, actually. But thousands must die so that Caesar may become great.
Oh yeah, I was gonna write that down, but
That's a good
I
one.
was trying to pay attention to the subtitles.
And then my other one was, this is the very end of the film, it says, you choose your own future. Good lines.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I like the Caesar one. I was trying to write that one down, but I was like, I can't remember it. Oh well, I'll just read the subtitles. Oh, hold on, let me, I'll just write it here for now. Put it in later. And our rating. What'd you think?
I would probably give this a 7.5. 7.5 to 8. Stick more to 7.5 though.
Interesting. I can see that.
Yeah. I mean, I can see where people put it as an 8.1, but
Yeah.
for me, because I had to read subtitles, sorry, took it down just a little bit. So, but I did like the story. It helps that I've seen The Departed, so I kind of know the story already.
Yeah. I gave it a 5 because it was very predictable to me.
You've watched a lot of cop things, though.
I have.
So, whatever rating you want.
5 is what I'm giving it.
Alright.
So you gave it a 7.5?
Yep. But I'm nice. I'm generous when it comes to movies. Unless it's like, before sunset.
Ugh. Alright, so next time is Paris, Texas from 1984.
I haven't seen it.
I've never even heard of it. I know the place.
Well, yeah, you're from Texas.
Texas is huge.
I know Texas is huge, but you're from there, which helps.
So we are running a contest. The first person to leave a positive review. So don't be mean.
Please.
Please. The first person to leave a positive review will get to choose a movie of their choice to be a guest for that episode. And after that, we're going to keep the contest going. Every 10 reviews, we'll pick one person. Every 10 positive reviews, we'll pick one person from a random number generator.
Yep.
And you'll get to join on a movie of your choice. Just trying to get reviews.
Trying. We have some people, consistently listening, which is nice.
Yeah, we do have some consistent listeners. There's some in California. California is our highest listener base, so come on, California.
Yay, Cali people.
Come on. Alright, so where to find us?
So you can find us on Twitter at Cat and Jess Talk the Best, Facebook, Cat and Jess Talk the Best. You can email us at catandjesstalkthebest250@gmail.com. And our website is catandjesstalkthebest.podbean.com.
Yep. And you can find the show on pretty much anything. iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, Podbean, of course, because that's the website we're using. And pretty much any of the smaller podcaster things. And our opening music is by Audio Binger, and you can find him on Facebook and YouTube.
Oh yeah, he's got all kinds of good, cool stuff on there.
Yeah.
I've been listening.
He's got some good stuff.
We're gonna use some of his stuff for
Yep.
some events we're having.
Yep. Gotta figure out which one we're gonna use for the Harry Potter event.
That's coming up.
I really want to use Harry Potter music,
But we
but
can't.
we can't. But I think that's all we got right now.
There you go.
Goodbye.
Alright. Bye. She has a porg.
I do have a porg. He's so cute.